Good evening, I am Melissa Khan with tonight's edition of News in Depth. First up, over 284 prisoners displaced following Luziknan prison jail fire. More in this report.
An investigation has been launched into a fire which occurred at the Luziknan prison on Sunday, causing damage to sections of the jailhouse. The administration building, the kitchen, and other facilities were damaged, and 284 prisoners have now been displaced. The fire was set by inmates after a prison officer discovered contraband items on a prisoner. Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuels updated members of the media on what their investigations have revealed so far.
The alert officer who observed the prisoner with a parcel and searched the prisoner, and the discovery was made. The prisoner was escorted to the office of the officer in charge where he was being questioned, and unfortunately, at the same time, there was another incident in the prison. That is, a prisoner who is assigned to work the kitchen had a confrontation with another prisoner, and upon the observation of the officers, it was brought to my attention that the prisoner was assaulted by one of the officers. Following that, the prisoner was escorted into the prison yard, where I'm advised, based on the investigation conducted so far, our findings would have established that the prisoner was again assaulted. In keeping with our standard operational procedure, the information was communicated to the officer in charge, and the necessary response was launched. The officer in charge and his team, in their efforts to regain control, met with a very hostile group of prisoners, a number of whom were breaking the building. The officer in charge was asked to return the items seized, and persons will seek to calm down. The items were not returned, and in light of the two circumstances at the time, it resulted to fire being set to the building.
The Guyana Defense Force was called in to lend support to the prison service and the Guyana Police Force. The police riot squad were on the ground around the prison to prevent any escape attempt, while ranks of the Guyana Defense Force along with police and prison ranks were on the ground at strategic locations. The GDF helicopter also flew overhead surveilling the area for any potential security breaches. The Guyana Fire Service was able to contain the blaze within minutes. Some inmates were moved to the prison training school next door. One inmate who appeared to be injured was escorted by a prison warden to seek medical attention, which was provided by medical personnel who arrived in an ambulance at the scene. According to Samuels, all the areas that accommodate prisoners have been destroyed.
Our initial response was to segregate those persons we knew could not have go into the holding bay, and the others were placed into the holding bay. As time progressed yesterday, we were able to transfer 27 of those prisoners to Georgetown Prison. 51 were sent to the Timeri Prison, and as we speak, 50 prisoners are in transit to the Mazuni Prison. This leaves an additional 156 prisoners who will have to be accommodated in the holding facility. This situation will take the locked-in population at the holding facility to 581. Prior to the fire, we had 425 prisoners housed there. As far as possible, we took the necessary steps yesterday to minimize placing prisoners into the holding bay who we are aware have problems or conflict with prisoners who are living in the holding bay. That assessment is continuing today. Obviously, the prison administration do not know of all of the issues that there are between prisoners, so that is something we will have to monitor. There was no indication that it had any political motive behind it. During the process, however, of the fire, prisoners could have been overheard hurling certain remarks which I think is because of an opportunity they observed. We are aware as well that a number of prisoners attempted to escape yesterday, but due to the prompt response of the task force on the ground and the TSU standby unit that is usually at Luziknan, we were able to contain all 284 prisoners.
The Luziknan prison fire occurred 3 years after the Camp Street jail fire, in which a prison warden was shot dead and 4 notorious prisoners escaped. One of the escapees was shot dead by the police, 2 were recaptured, while another remains on the run.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.ui. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
We can reduce the risk of contracting viruses by strengthening our immune system, and one way of doing this is by eating as healthily as possible to support optimal immune function. Micronutrients essential to fight infection include vitamins A, B, C, D, and E, and the minerals iron, selenium, and zinc. Here's what we need to know about the foods we can eat to get them. Vitamin A is found in fish, egg yolks, cheese, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and beans. Vitamin B9 folate is abundant in green leafy vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds, and it's also added to a lot of the flour that we use in Guyana. Vitamin B12 is found in animal products, including eggs, meat, and dairy, and also in some fortified milk. Vitamin C and vitamin E helps to protect our body when we're fighting an infection. Good sources of vitamin C include oranges, lemons, limes, tomatoes, and cherries. In Guyana, one of our cherry has the amount of vitamin C needed for the entire day for a person. Vitamin E is found in nuts, green leafy vegetables, and vegetable oils. Although sun exposure allows the body to produce vitamin D, food sources including eggs, fish, and some milk and margarine brands may be fortified with vitamin D, meaning some extra has been added. Most people need just a few minutes outdoors most days to get enough of the vitamin D needed. And beyond diet, there are other measures you can take to stay as healthy as possible. No smoking, reduce the intake of alcohol or none at all, exercise every day, and sleep and rest well. And please remember to reduce your intake of sweetened and carbonated beverages and drink lots and lots of water.
Shh! It's your new secret. The all-in-one weapon for perfecting imperfections and capturing flawless skin. A lot of brands forget women of color or just don't understand that we come in all shades. From caramel to ebony, there's such a range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75, Swamp Section, Reusable Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Welcome back. Reusable Town Council is now looking to central government for help to pay workers. Let's take a look.
The garbage collection from the stakeholders for 2 months, they did not pay because they were closed. And this affects the revenue of the municipality badly.
City Mayor Chatagun Ramnath says the council wrote to the REO of Region 6 and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Communities several times, but they were never given a response.
They also request a lot of documentation financially be sent it down. And to date, we haven't received a single reply from the Permanent Secretary.
The mayor explained that the council depends on the market's revenues and rates and taxes, but the numbers of vendors went down due to COVID-19.
Who are there in the market are paying the full fee, but the number of vendors have tremendously reduced. And that's why, the revenue also declined.
The mayor added that the council was able to pay its workers 50% of their salary, but the workers were not satisfied. The town clerk said the situation is very stressful to her as the administrator. The council is now looking to central government for help. Melissa Khan, News in Depth.
Are you washing your hands correctly? Here are some tips on when and how to wash your hands. Step 1. Wet your hands with clean water. Step 2. Then apply soap. Step 3. For 10 to 15 seconds, lather your palms together. Always remember to pay attention to your fingers, especially your nails and tips. And don't forget the back and between of your fingers. Step 4. Rinse hands with clean water for about 20 seconds. Step 5. Dry hands with a clean paper towel or tissue.
But when should you wash your hands? After using the toilet, before and after eating, preparing or handling uncooked food, after playing with pets or caring for animals, after sneezing and coughing or blowing your nose, before and after changing babies or caring for others.
Frequent hand washing or using a hand sanitizer with alcohol as an alternative will remove viruses and bacteria from your hands.
A message from the Ministry of Public Health in collaboration with PAHO WHO.
This is what shopping used to be. More plastic bags than I could carry or I could use. They always end up in the bin or as unsightly litter. Then it hit me. Get just one reusable bag. Now, whenever I shop, I don't use plastic bags. I always have my reusable bag. It makes shopping a lot easier, and it's better for the environment.
Use one less disposable plastic bag. Make the switch to a reusable bag today. For more information, please call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
And finally, developments at GCOM on the March 2nd elections.
Chief Elections Officer of the Guyana Elections Commission, Keith Lowenfield, has until 2 p.m. tomorrow to submit his report to the Commission in keeping with the tabulation of the national vote recount. This is the instruction of the Chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, Justice Claudette Singh. The chairman reportedly said if the CEO fails to submit the report in keeping with the recount figures, then the Deputy Chief Elections Officer, Roxanne Myers, should produce that report.
And that has brought us to the end of our news for tonight. For these and other stories, visit our website at rdproductiongy.com or our Facebook and Instagram page at Royston Drakes Production. I am Melissa Khan. Good night.